بعد ما أكل وشرب
أشهد أن
وتلك كانت بداية مسيرة الإعلام المصري على مدى 67 عاما.
هنا القاهرة.
You are tuned to the Cairo studios of the Egyptian Broadcasting Service.
Edo Cairo, Egyptiakos Radiophonikos Tatmos. Di sini pemancar radio Mesir Cairo, Cairo Radio Tatmos. Mesir Cairo. Aquí El Cairo. Cairo. Disinilah pemancar radio Mesir.
Just find some happy colors, invite your friends, and have a great time. It was the first thing that hit me when we stepped out of the airport, like a hairdryer blowing hot dust into my face. Its smells and tastes fluctuate wildly as one moves through the streets. After a few days' practice, though, I began to single out and sort through the aromas of things like grilled meat motor exhaust, burning plastic, donkey shit, sautéed falafel vegetables, fresh blood into entrails, decomposing trash, and shisha smoke. If I had thought about it before I came, I probably would have guessed that a mostly desert nation like Egypt would likely be a place where people were pretty careful with their water supply. But in actuality, the frivolity of water usage here is on a level that I could never previously have imagined. To begin with, there are people all over Cairo who regularly water down the streets and sidewalks with hoses and buckets. I'm not totally sure exactly why they do this. Maybe just as a way of cleaning the streets, or perhaps also of helping to bring down the hovering dust cloud to a more manageable level. Whatever the reason, there are hoses going all times of day. Often the ones in my neighborhood are just turning the dusty dirt roads into puddles of dark, grayish mud until the African sun comes back around and bakes them dry again. And throughout the day, the Egyptians serve glasses of water with every meal, every cup of coffee, every time you sit down, whether you want it or not.
Cairo is no sleep.
If there's one thing that all Egyptians take seriously, it's their hospitality. Seemingly nothing means more to them than how welcome they can make you feel. Someone will carry your bag, someone will go out and get your food, someone will sneak off to pay in advance anytime you consume anything in a cafe or restaurant. Welcome is one of the few English words that every Egyptian knows, and when you walk down the streets, you will hear it flying from every direction.
هذا أبو الهول هذا معبد الكرم هذا محمد انجز يا حمام
انت بتعمل ايه؟ يلا بقى ولا ايه؟
يلا وكنت أظنها لا تفرج.
اسمي أندي لي. ألف نون دالية لام يا ه. أندي لي. عشت سنتين ونص من قريب وسنة ونص قبل كده. وكل مرة أنا ماشي في الشارع أنا بشوف الكرم من الناس. في أمثال بسيطة مثلا كنت في معادي وكنت أركب المترو بس كنت عيان شوية في بطني عشان أكلت فراخ في عتبة في يوم قبل كده. طيب نزلت وقعدت على المقعد دقيقة بس وكنت نايم شوية زي كده. بعد دقيقة 10 أشخاص وصلوا وأول راجل بالإنجليزية سألني Are you okay? Do you need a doctor? وقلت له يا عم شكرا جزيلا بس أنا كويس عندي وجع شوية في بطني بس بعد 5 دقايق هأركب المترو مرة تانية ربنا يكرمك. Are you sure you're okay? أكيد أنت كويس؟ وقلت له شكرا جزيلا ربنا يكرمك. بعد كده هو يعني 10 أشخاص مشوا وفكرت ما شاء الله الناس هنا طيبين جدا ومهتمين بي مع بعض والغرباء. ممكن في أمريكا 2-3 أشخاص ممكن 4 خيجوا بس هنا في مصر 10 كل مرة من غير استثناء. من سنة قررت يعني أركب العجلة من أسوان لغاية إسكندرية. يعني رحلة طويلة عشان يعني 3 أسباب. أولاً كنت عايز أشوف البلد يعني عموماً أنا مقيم في مصر. ثانياً كنت عايز أمارس العربي. ثالثاً كنت عايز استطلاع بس أنا عشان أنا كلامنجي أنا بفضل أتكلم مع الناس مباشرة. ومن أسوان لغاية أسيوط شفت كرم الضيافة بس. مثلا في كومومبو الشباب جوا القطر ساعدونا. وبعد كومومبو بيتنا في قرية مع العمدة. مع العمدة أيوة. وبعد قرية سلسلة بيتنا في قرية تانية مع فلاحين يعني سلمنا عليهم يعني السلام عليكم وبعد كده عزمونا على الشاي. بعد الشاي العشاء. بعد العشاء انتوا لازم تقعدوا هنا معنا من غير اختيار. ماشي شكرا جزيلا ما شاء الله. في فرص كتير من
لا نشوف لي الفرصه دي وكلم
Inshallah. Inshallah is the Arabic phrase meaning God willing, and it is added as a reflex by Egyptians to any discussion of a future event. If you say, see you tomorrow, they will answer, Inshallah. No matter how solid or important your plans for tomorrow might be, they will never say, definitely, or no matter what, because they have been through too much unforeseen disappointment in their lives to imagine that they can control their own destinies, even for a matter of a few hours. When we have power tomorrow, inshallah, or phone service, inshallah, Will the people come to work on time or at all? Will the post office or the bank be open? Will my best friend show up for our rendezvous? Is anything ever even worth it? Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah.
I was expecting to find like sad people, people annoyed from how the political situations went. But actually I found like Egyptians are always funny and they're always like happy and they're always talking and they're never tired. So this was like the first impression. That's one thing I like. And then yes, there are like truly nice persons. It's not just nice, just
Yeah, like me, for
appearance.
example.
Yeah, no, you are. I mean, it's not just hello, how are you, and they don't care about the answer. If you answer like yeah, I'm okay, and they see in your eyes and in your voice that it's not really okay, they ask you more, and they're very sensible about you, and I like it. And then they're a little bit crazy. I mean, Egyptians here, you can see things you won't see anywhere else. Like,
Exactly.
Sometimes I just watch things and then I say like, no, this cannot be possible.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no.
Like what?
Like one of the most normal things is what happens in the street when you're walking. There is like the guy on his bicycle carrying on the bread on his head.
رجلك رجلك حجني يا ريت يا اخوان ما رحتش لندن ولا باريس دي بلاد تمثيل ولطافه وذوق ونظافه وحاجه بغير حجني يا ريت يا اخوان ما رحتش لندن ولا باريس حجني يا ريت يا اخوان ما رحتش لندن ولا باريس حجن دي بلاد تمثيل ولطافه وذوق ونظافه وحاجه بغير ما لقيتش جدع متعافي وحافي وماشي قشر خط ما لقيتش جدع متعافي وحافي وماشي قشر خط ولا شحط مشامرة خفندي معاه عد خفة ونازل مصر ولا حد معاه يتبطط بسوداني وهادية تهزقل قد حجان يا ريت يا اخوانا ما رحتش لندن ولا باريس حجان يا ريت يا اخوانا ما رحتش لندن ولا باريس.
And then, yeah, like the fact that there is confusion, chaos, anytime, anywhere. And the strange thing is that in this confusion, I found like my concentration, and I'm okay with it.
It's hard to keep your mind off it for very long when you first arrive. The trash is everywhere. All over the streets, the sidewalks, the steps, in the grass of the parks, and on the ground surrounding the occasional empty, unused trash can. Any vacant spaces are almost immediately converted into impromptu garbage dumps. It would seem, on first glance to a new visitor, that there is no system whatsoever for disposing of waste in Cairo. But in fact, there are many systems. There is a cart that goes by every day collecting the ends of stale bread to be used as animal feed. Another collects used paper or fabric scraps to be resold in bulk to a recycler. Yet another collects odds and ends of metal. Then there are the Vecchia guys.
I like Cairo a lot.
Why do you like Cairo?
Why do I like Cairo? I mean, there are so many different reasons. I like that every day. I mean, I guess I kind of like being a foreigner because even though I've been here for a while, like, of course, things are familiar on the surface. Like, I'm used to the call to prayer now. I'm used to all the traffic. I'm used to all of the things that might seem strange to people who first arrive. But when I actually think about all of these things, I don't know, it's different from what I'm used to. And I like the mental place that puts me in. I like thinking about like the Ruba Vecchia guys Where did the word Bikya come from? It's not Arabic. Are they a coalition of Bikya guys? Or is it, like, what if I wanted to become a Bikya guy? How do I do that?
No, there was not a system of lights and crosswalks. No, there was not a recognized place for people to wait safely or for cars to wait patiently, but people were crossing the streets nonetheless, and nobody was getting hit. The only way the traffic can organize itself here in Cairo is by everyone having to momentarily understand and assimilate the situation of the other, where they're coming from, where they're trying to go, and what they're trying to accomplish. When you hear a car horn in America, you just think some guy is an impatient asshole. It never even crosses your mind to wonder what that horn was meant to communicate, or if the importance of its message might actually involve you. In Cairo, though, the horn represents a whole communication system. I've begun to make a little sense of it. One short beep for, I'm over here just to let you know. 2 medium beeps for, I'm coming through and it will be hard for me to stop. Several short beeps for, I'm rolling through a place where I know someone might jump out in front of me. And perhaps most universally, one very long beep for, oh fucking hell, are you kidding me? I've got somewhere to be. When you're actually on the roads here, you quickly realize that this is home to some of the most accurate drivers in the world. And we think the driving in Cairo is chaos?
خش يا عم عبده بقى مش هنقعد نبص كل شويه للليدر يا عم مش هنشتغل. اوه جدا جدا.
I get really fascinated about these bridges. City of October, and the cars up, down. This was like, wow, you're in Blade Runner or something like this. You know, it's. I could imagine, like I could never imagine, like we could like decongestionize the traffic, putting bridges in the middle of a very nice street or whatever. This was the first thing, like, wow. Where are going these things? Cars down, up, the metro. This is the most important thing that I felt here.
Okay. Could you tell me one a weird situation you have experienced, or a funny situation, or
with people?
With people, with the Egyptians?
Just lately happened a really, it was weird but beautiful situation. I was in the metro.
Okay.
Like afterwards I went out from the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was in the metro and was really smiling. I was and I was in a woman wagon, and there were like a guy who was like selling the, how do you call them, the soap bubbles, like.
Okay.
So he was selling them, and then nobody wanted to, and then one woman started to get like one of the soap bubbles, and she started to bubble like the full thing in the metro, and suddenly all the women started to buy the bubble thing, and they gave one of the bubbles to me, so I went to them and I sat with them, and then the whole wagon was like making this bubble, including this very, very big Egyptian, very tall guy who was selling the bubbles, including him like making these bubbles, and the whole train was like laughing, and it was beautiful, beautiful situation. So I went out and was like just smiling, very, very happy.
So they like made your day at that time?
Yeah, they made my day. Yeah, it was
cool.
Very, very
and
nice.
this could happen in Germany?
No.
Not at all, huh?
No.
Okay.
First of all, there's nobody who's selling stuff in the metro. And second of all, it was like, suddenly it felt like the whole woman wagon is like participating in one event. Yeah, and even if it was like, even if it's like a very childish thing, but they just, I don't know, or we just enjoyed to do it, even if you think like maybe, this is something you don't do. Yeah? But it was just pure like enjoyment.
Okay.
أنا نزلت في المنطقة الشعبية وشفت حاجات عمري طبعا ما كنتش أتوقع ألاقيه في مصر، طريقة حياة ما كنتش في دماغي يعني يكون موجود في مصر. وشفت الرقص الشعبي وشفت الناس بيرقصوا بالمطاوي، وطبعا كان أيام بعد الثورة كان الدنيا ماشية أكثر. بيولع نار على الأرض، بيكسروا اللمض على بعض،
بيكسروا اللمض.
يعني في حتة فيها مش رقص يعني بالصراحة، يعني هو عبارة عن اجتماع جنان أو تجمع جنان. الرقص فيها يعني بيها ممكن تنسي همومك، أو بيها ممكن تفرح زي ما تقدرش تفرح في حالات تانية. ده بقى أساس الحياة.
The thing which is so hard to understand, about Egypt is that it's not, for instance, coming from somewhere like England, it's not better or it's not worse, it's both. It's everything is over the top, you know. So it's completely contradictory, right? It's a country of contradictions. On the one hand, it's so loving and warm, and everybody's a brother on the street, and everybody's helping each other out. And you know, the economy doesn't like work in the way that it does in the UK, where everything's on money and blah blah blah. Here it's not about money. It's like about love and blah blah blah. But then on the other hand, whilst you've got such compassion and such a strong society, that comes out in such horrible ways as well, like really like aggression and like punishing each other and targeting each other and saying, you know, this one group of society is horrible and this other group of society is horrible. So you've got this weird contradiction between being so warm and loving and also like hitting each other and hitting ourselves and shooting each other and so it's contradictory. It's a country of doesn't make sense.
مصر لو أصلاً فاقدة وسيلة بتاع التواصل، معناه بقية البلدان هيعمل إيه يعني؟ هي جزء من المفترض يعني.
ايه بقى المشكله؟ نكمل المشكله. عدم التواصل انت بتقول.
عدم التواصل. احنا محتاجين انه نفهم بعض ونحترم بعض قبل ما الناس الثانيه تحترمنا. نمرة 2 عندنا مخاوف جوانا، مفترض انه نزيل المخاوف ده من جوانا، وافكارنا بقت تقفل عيوننا من الحاجات الحقيقيه. يعني اخذنا دايركشن تاني. احنا واحد يعني كشباب دلوقتي في مصر يعني بندور على ايه؟ اي واحد عنده حلم عايز يحققه، عايز يسافر دوله تاني، يمشي اوروبا او يمشي دوله او امريكا او منطقه تانيه، وبيدور على فلوس وبيدور على نسينا حاجات المهمه. يعني احنا في امكاننا ممكن نبني البلد دي وهم يقولنا هنا، بدل ما اذا اقتنعنا يعني بس عيوننا معمي بسلبياتنا، ما بننظر الى ايجابيات الحاجات الحلوه الموجوده في مصر. احنا ما بننظر عليها عشان احنا معميين بالسلبيات، بننظر على حاجات التانية، معميين بافكارنا ومخاوفنا. يعني واحد خايف انه يعيش في بلده. يعني الشباب المصريين كلهم خايفين يعيشوا في مصر، ونسوا بانه ايه، ممكن هم يبنوا بدل ما انه يسافر بريطانيا، ممكن يبنوا البلد دي ويخلي البريطانيين هم اللي يجوا.
We hope to see a lot more and meet some more lovely people and eat some great food and learn a lot.
Cool.
And I'm enjoying myself. Oh, you got a phone call. Oh, shoot. That's the hazard of having a tool that can do more than one thing at the same time.
انت امريكي ولا ايه؟ ها؟
سوري؟
انت سوري؟